All right, what is up, everyone? We are back, and you've made it to course number 29 of playing the #1 course in all 50 states. We're in Michigan. Let's get into it. All right, we're about done with this stretch of trips. I have today in Michigan, tomorrow in Indiana, or next Friday for you guys. And then I'll be home for a bit before we head out for the big trip up the Northeast. Looking forward to that one. But today we have Flip City Disc Golf. This is a private course, like literally the house is right there of the owners. We got 24 holes today. They have a 24 hole and they have an 18. I usually play 18 just to keep it kind of standard. I've been playing more recently, honestly. But we're gonna play 24 because on UDisc it says 24 holes for the full Flip City Disc Golf Park experience. That's exactly what I want, so that's what we're gonna do today. Before we get started, I wanna say thank you. If you're subscribed to us or you just happen to stumble upon this video and this is the first one, I wanna thank you regardless. Without your guys' support and viewership, I would not be able to be on the road doing this and filming these videos, and I'm having an absolute blast. This is so fun, and I just wanna thank you guys for the opportunity. If you're not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. We got podcasts on Mondays, random videos Tuesdays. We have these 50 state videos coming every Friday for the rest of the year. So if you're not subscribed, get subscribed so you can join the fun. You know what I mean? As always, we do 2 off the top here, normal stroke play from there. This course is not very long. Like it's only, like even with the 24 holes, it's like right at 8,000 feet, which I mean is long, but for your, like that's long for like an 18 hole course, but for 24, should be pretty fine. I think we'll move through this pretty quick, but a little cold, little windy today. No big deal. Hole 1 here, 253 feet straight. It's just up and over this hill, definitely backhand, hyzer, something flat, kind of headwindy, so we'll see, but just right out there. All right, I don't know if this is warranted. I'm going proxy, little hyzer. I think this might be too understable, but I'm trying to figure this out because it's new to the bag as of yesterday, so just trying to figure this one out. Oh, thank goodness. All right, was straight. Didn't really give it a chance. It was so low. All right, we're going with the more obvious line now. Pyro out flat. Just hope it holds straight. And then obviously the stability of the disc at the end of the flight's gonna do its thing. But go in the basket. Oof. I say that way too much. That was definitely short. Not terrible. We're probably in circle. I bet we're 22 feet. This is like a dream though, like in game for like just life for me, to be able to have enough land like out in the middle of nowhere that I can put, I mean, at least, you know, an 18 hole course on. That'd just be so sick. Oh, first putt of the day, gets lucky. I'm sure you saw how high that caught. That hit here. All right, I'm a firm believer and you can't get them all if you don't get the first, so we're well on our way to perfect after 1 here. Knock on wood, it stays that way. Hole 2, 504-foot par 4, which is nice. However, I want to throw forehand just for distance-wise, but I think I'm gonna go backhand because I'm not really warm, back stiff, all the things. It's kind of cold today. Straight, you gotta get clean as far as you can through the trees here and then pitch up. Should be a birdie, I hope. Just gonna try to lay into this turn a little bit. I've been throwing it pretty well recently. A little headwind, so probably more highs than I need to, but. Okay, if that got through the tree, I think we're fine. I had a lot of turn to it. All right, if we're gonna do anything today, it's figure out this proxy. I don't think this is probably the ideal wind for it. It's kind of head right to left, so I think even if it's on hyzer, it's not gonna flip up a ton. Basket's just right there. I don't know how far it is. Like I probably could throw mid, but I don't wanna go crazy deep. But pretty much as long as I funnel down this gap clean, we should have some kind of look. Please turn. Sit. Okay, actually that was a really good shot. I hope you could see that. I think you probably could. But I'd probably be sitting under the basket if I hit the line. I just early released it. Yeah, cannot be mad with this effort at all. That is kind of like, granted, this isn't a hard putt, but had I just hit the line I was wanting to hit, I would literally be sitting under the basket. I probably would have hit the pole. I just hit the same spot on the basket that I did on hole 1. All right, hole 3, claiming 374. It does not look even close to being that long, but I will throw it as if it is 374, just the off chance. I don't want to ego throw and then be short, because I am 2 for 2. So I'll probably still go forehand and hope it's got enough. Get off that tree. Okay. I don't know what it is. It's so dark. I've had this sharp pain like in the palm of my hand that shoots up like my middle finger. I don't know if that's serious or not, but it hurts on forehands. All right, first forehand of the day. I went less stable, just that way because I didn't want to just come out of the gates throwing something super stable, super hard. So I went a little less stable with the racer, hoping it would flip, and it looked like it wanted to, and then it just didn't. I skipped over tree line. I have a putt to stay perfect. Gonna be hard, but it's there. So low ceiling and everything. All right, three's fine. All right. Honestly, I think for the rest of this, it's early, but I think for the rest of this, I am only going to throw forehands if I absolutely need to. It's literally it's like the bottom of my palm, middle palm, all the way up through my middle finger. Anytime I throw a forehand, it's like just a sharp pain that shoots through it. So I don't know what all that is about. It's been happening for like a couple days now. So, and I still try to throw power forehands. So it's probably my own fault. But so we're gonna try to throw backhands as much as possible today. I don't think that's gonna hinder me a ton, maybe, but we'll see. What are we on? 4. Is 293 feet playing up the hill. This tree that's right in the middle of the fairway, it's just behind the next grouping of trees. Kind of a tough way to get to the basket. I don't know if you throw something low and try to hit just before the hill and let it skip up, or backhand turnover is kind of enticing on this side because it's a little more open. You can throw higher. Not 100% sure. Probably gonna be a par. All right, I think we're gonna go crave on the backhand, hit it flat. I think if I can hit this gap, it has a good chance of hitting the second gap up to the basket. Hard shot, but it was just one of those that would feel good if you could execute. Oh, see, that's the line I wanted. Fall down now. I mean, I think that ended up landing where a fine, hyzer shot probably could skip to or roll to or whatever. So not mad at that. All right, not a terrible spot. And it's one of those things, again, had I hit my line, I'd probably be up in circle. I'm probably circle's edge-ish here. Or maybe it just feels like that because I'm putting so far uphill. This basically either needs to go in or hit nothing and just sit. I think if I hit the basket, I'm going all the way back down. Yeah, I will take that for sure. Okay, this one is interesting. Hole 5, 283 or something like that. 289 feet. This is gonna be like a par 4 low key. You're playing up this hill and then it's flat, and then the basket is basically sitting kind of how we are down here, just on the other side. Plays really long. Chance to roll away on any side. So it's probably I would love to just get to the top, sit flat, and then pitch down, get a 3, and get off this one. This one's kind of tough. Okay, hit something. I don't know. Let's go find it. All right, I think I hit these rocks and just kind of jumped over the top of them. Scary putt, as you can see. So we're just gonna try to pitch up, take a 3. Still short. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it took me all of me not to run that putt. Yeah, that's about right. That's what happens when you putt downhill. Hit the band when you don't change the height. If that was flat, that's what's kind of annoying. Dude, let go. It's literally stuck in here. What the heck? bogey there. Let me put that in the scorecard real quick. That was hole 5, 4. Hole 6, 280 foot 5 feet. Nice straight shot. Tree to miss there. That's really all there is to it. It's just going to be backhand flat that hyzers in. One thing I do want to say is this is an early contender for my stamp and probably many others for private course bias. There's a lot of good courses that I know in Michigan. One, like for instance, that came to mind when I was doing this was the toboggan course. I kind of thought that would be the one that I was going to play. I get it's not open all the time, so maybe you can't rate it number 1 or whatever, but I feel like as far as a course goes, there are objectively better designed courses than this, but I see how you're paying kind of for the experience. This is at someone's house. He's a really nice dude. I talked to him for a second before I got started, so I can see how that works, but I'm not like, that being said, if this course was in my backyard, I would probably think it's the best course as well because it'd be my own course, but so straight. Nice. I didn't throw it super hard because I wanted it to still have like, I didn't want to be dumpy like the pyro, but I wanted it to still get on hyzer, and it kind of did towards the end. I just pulled it a little bit. I think had I hit a better line, would have been closer. That being said, we're like 10 feet, but still, it was the shot I wanted. It just wasn't maybe the line I wanted. I don't know. I'm trying ways to complain about this shot being not good when it was just fine. All right, I think we're back to 2 down now after a birdie there. Hole 7, 301 foot par 3. Basically throwing something through this gap and sitting up and to the left. Probably just throwing something flat, like stable flat, that's gonna get over these trees but not hit that tree in the back, like that darker green tree, and fade. It is playing uphill a good bit. Like honestly, like flex forehand through this with something that's just like panning out would be ideal, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. It's actually pretty good. No way. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That was a good line. I honestly don't think I could do much better than that. If I miss the tree, I'm going way down the hill on the left. So like that stopped me and I'm pretty much in the middle of the fairway, just pitch up, get a 3. But I definitely think the stupid forehand is the way to park the basket. I'll sit down, please. Jeez Louise. Headwind putt up the hill. No anhyzer. All around bad. Yeah, this is not close. Not as close as I could have been. I guess I should have just laid up. I don't know if I was in my head, if I was just subconsciously trying to make that or what, but this would be a big putt. Stay up. Let's go. All right, that feels good. That's a momentum putt right there for sure, because this course is very scoreable. I just haven't done a good job at that. All right, another little blind tee shot, because why not? Hole 8, 254. Just throw something straight off the tee. It's sitting just off to the left. Like honestly, 250 playing downhill, I might go that whatever disc, the proxy. Just try to smooth it out there. It's Electron plastic, so I hope it hits soft, maybe end up close. We'll see. Sit. Oh, have mercy. I threw that 30% power. I'm either parked or like pin high or I'm way deep because it does play downhill. Suspicions were confirmed. I am way deep in the basket. All right, I mean, this is makeable, but again, if I'm short, it's probably rolling straight back down to me. I pull every time, dude. I told myself I need to stop doing those stupid step putts because I never make them. Then I try to do it there and I pull it like I do every single time. It's honestly so annoying when you like practice something for a while and you never get better at it. All right, sorry for the quick blow up there. That one must have been sitting for a bit, but I am getting really tired of that. So like step putting, I miss right on a step putt. I don't think I've ever missed left on a step putt. I miss right every single time. I, for whatever reason, never make an adjustment, and then I get mad when I miss it. Anyways, hole 9, 222 feet, straight-ish, shot. There's definitely a gap to hit. Probably, honestly, just throw that same type of shot. It might go wide, might stick with the proxy, I don't know. Right down there. If I can hit this first gap, probably have a putt, but if not, probably just another par. All right, I am gonna go proxy. Sneaky hyzer line on this side. It's a little slick right here. I'm gonna try to hit it just nice and smooth. If I hit it, it should just funnel ideally to the basket. Yeah. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. And it rolled. Just rolled probably 30 feet to the right. Very unfortunate. I hit up here, like in the middle, rolled all the way back here. Kind of a bummer. We do have a line to the basket. I'm gonna give it a chance. This course is not hard enough for me to only be 2 down basically through the front 9 if I miss this. Go. You've got to be kidding me. That basically just had the same reaction as this did off of those trees. All right, I'm really not so mad about not getting birdies as I am like potentially taking bogeys, you know what I mean? All right. The back 9 or back 14 or whatever it is our back. Gonna clean it up. Okay, hole 10. We're turning around here. I'm 2 down currently. Not a great bogey, but I guess it happens. 2 down with, what is it, like 13 or 14 to play. I think my goal, I want to get to like 8. That's basically getting half-ish or less, a little less than half of this back, like half of holes. Starting now, hole 10, well actually maybe not. 275, playing up the hill. Blind tee shot, but based on the sign, like on U-disc, it is up and to the right. So I'm gonna go backhand something that turns over. Hope we're close enough, really. Oof, that's good. I think that's about all I could ask for. Threw that really well, turned over, landed flat on the ground, so it shouldn't roll away. It's just a matter if I got the distance right or not. Okay, it is way more right than you think. Forehand was probably maybe the play. I could have just thrown this higher and harder, I guess, than I thought I needed to. But we do have a putt. This would be a crazy putt. I hate that you can't see it. Not that I'm gonna make this, but if I did, it would be sweet. Over the top. Okay, this is an ace run if I've ever seen one. 334, dead straight. It's unfortunate, I don't know what the wind is doing out in the open. We're kind of guarded by trees on either side here, so I don't really know what it's doing out there. Probably club up. I just want to make sure I get it there, you know, and you can go longer because you can hit the hillside, but something right at it pretty much. That looks so good. No, get down, please. Dang it. All right, I kind of thought I had it. This is a little like left to righty, or right to left, I guess. It's headwind now for me going to the basket, but off the tee box. Just kind of got that extra push over. I didn't throw this super hard because I didn't think I needed to, but I probably could have thrown it harder, but it's whatever. Stay up. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Dang it, I felt good about that one. Headwind and everything. Okay, we're on 1A now. 250 feet, sitting just behind this tree. You can go backhand, you can go forehand. Probably just go backhand. Flat to hyzer, get to skip up. If you're anywhere around this tree, right in the middle, I mean, that's probably 10 feet at most. Are you kidding? Okay, I mean, like even there, we're probably 10 or 15. I literally hit like the base of the tree. I was looking at this at other holes, wondering what the heck it was, but now that I'm on this side, it's a disc golf basket that they've mowed into the ground. Let's go. Back on the birdie train, we'd love to see that. Keep it rolling now. Okay, oh, I think it is maybe lightening up. I don't know, I can't tell from here. This is the best hole in the course so far. Hole 2A, I guess is what we're on. 672 par 4. You're just throwing Big shot, you can go backhand, forehand. It's straight off the tee pad. You just have to go like left or right. So I'm probably gonna go backhand on the right side, get up there. You know, if you can throw it 350 to 400, have another 300 into the basket. This is a cool, I don't know what the green looks like. It's probably another sloper because that's what they all are. But this is a really cool hole. All right, we're gonna go Rive here, beat up one. I took the other one out of the bag to make room for the Proxy, which I think is fine because that and the Racer did pretty much the same thing. Gonna go this guy, right side. It's a pretty good headwind right now, so I don't think if I throw this flat, it's gonna turn at all. Like I think the Destroyer might, that Huck Lab one. So we'll see. I basically just want to end up back in the fairway, like on this left side. Please miss that. Yes. That's, oh. All right, that's fine. It's gonna make for a long up, but I don't hate that spot. All right, this is definitely playing for 4 territory. I'm gonna go same disc. I'll use this stick as a mini. Same disc, same shot, just trying to get down into the woods, hopefully not hit anything. Probably could be flex forehand, but again, I don't want to end up right. So we're just gonna try to get into the gap around this big tree, pitch down, take our 4, move on. Let's just play smart. Oh, so nose up, dude, what the heck? Dude, I am getting so unlucky with those trees. All right, that's what's annoying about throwing bad shots, especially when there's elevation like this. Is filming makes it so dumb because you can see me throw the shot, which is whatever. I mean, that's obviously, you know, part of what you want, but obviously the other part is where it's at. So when I have to sit you on the hill because I threw a bad shot that didn't make it where I wanted it to, I don't know, I just get annoyed. That being said, not very far in, still have to execute. I'm going Proxy, just smooth, flat, hopefully get that 4. Yeah, that's good. I'm pretty sure I'm under the basket. No joking too, yeah, that was a good shot. Shout out Proxy. All right, I might have been exaggerating just a touch about it being under the basket, but parked nonetheless. All right, hole 3A. I don't know what the heck I'm looking at right now. 303 feet. I don't see, I kind of see maybe a line there. I don't know if that gets you all the way to the basket, but it gets you more than 80 feet off the tee. I'm gonna throw a shot that goes 300 feet for me and hope I get lucky enough to have a putt for birdie. Oh, what a good kick. Okay, I went about 150 feet. All right, honestly, all things considered, I do see the line. Now that I've walked the fairway, is it a line to the basket? It's a very specific, like you need to throw like hyzer, like pushing hyzer, maybe something that gets all the way up to flat, like around here and just skips forward. It's possible. I bet if this gets birdied once every 100 plus attempts from the tee pad. Putts from circle. Like I could throw in right here and technically get a birdie. I bet that happens more often than a putt for birdie in the circle. Please get around that, thank you. All right, hole 4A now is 270 feet dead straight. This tree right in the middle, it is sitting just behind that. So it's just backhand hyzer that gets around. Pretty cut and dry there. Yeah, I'm definitely yanking a touch, but I bet that's 15 feet. All right, certainly a lot closer. We're maybe 10 feet. This was a pretty good shot. I do have a case. The poles though, at least with this disc specifically, like I feel like I'm consistently missing my lines right with it. That being said, there's still fine shots, but I'd obviously love to be under the basket. All right, birdie there gets us to 4 down. We're on 5A. We have, I think this one and one more bonus hole. Yeah, 5A, 6A, and then we move on to 12. So this is technically what? Hole 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is technically hole 15, I think. We're looking at 367 foot par 3, way downhill. I don't really see a line to the basket other than getting lucky. So that's where we're at. So that's what we're gonna try to do. Pulled it so bad. Holy cow. I did not even see that land. I didn't hear it kick. I don't know where it went. We're not close to the basket, I do know that, but okay, it actually didn't take me that long to find it. Not a terrible spot by any means. Not like, you know, ideal, but we're just gonna pitch up here with the zone. First time I'm throwing this thing today. Pitch up with the zone, get our 3, move on. You've got to be kidding me. Yep. Not a lot of words to describe that shot right there, other than bad. Probably circles the edge putt here. This would be a huge make, but I don't know. It's probably just gonna be a bogey. I deserve it. Yeah, it's bad. Okay, last one on the extras, 6A. Jeez, 395 foot par 3 playing up the hill. Kind of low ceiling and you're playing up the hill. This is definitely gonna be a 3 at best for me unless I throw in from somewhere. Miss that tree. Huh. I don't know if that's nose up or what. Didn't turn. Okay, way up the hill. I don't even know if you can see me. Way up the hill. One time for the young man. Oh! That'd have been cool. That would have been one of the weirder bogeys I would have gotten on this course, birdies I would have gotten today, I think. All right, we're back on the quote unquote regular layout. This is hole 12, actual hole 18 that I've played today. So we have 6 after this hole. We're looking at 263 feet sitting on the hill. I am gonna go forehand because I'd rather not try to throw like backhand turnover and either turn it over too much in the woods or not enough, and then I'm just fading all the way back down the hill. Probably still will go like Justice or something. We have a pretty healthy tailwind. Just gonna try to land short, hit the rocks, and hope it sticks. It's pretty nose up. Yeah, if I get that flatter, it's good. That's not a great shot. Okay, shorter than I'd like to be, but not terrible, you know, given the shot. I think I was still a little timid throwing because even then, like, just hurts right in my palm all the way up my middle finger. But makeable putt. I mean, we're probably 15. It's just playing uphill. Yeah, I mean, nothing really to stress out over it, but still feels good to make one like that. All right, so this is hole 13, but for the sake of continuity, I'm gonna say this is hole 19. I'll probably be doing that for all like the 1A, 2A, 3A. I'll just put like 12, 11, 13, 14, all the way through. But this is hole 13 on the course, hole 19 for us, 418 foot par 3. Looks like it's just down and to the left. I'm going to throw something flat as far as I can, hope it crashes back, and be the distance. All right, I got you a little better angle, so hopefully you can see maybe the full shot. What the drop? Oh boy. Okay, good tree kick. That, but with some fade to the left instead of the continuous turn to the right, would have been ideal. All right, so a couple things to note. One, pin high, fun, you know. 2, I could have gone basically like my most overstable distance driver, throwing it out flat and let it crash. That's kind of the alleyway you're looking for. I thought it was a little straighter. Granted, this got more turn than I wanted it to, but it's something stable. I'm gonna hopefully throw this guy good this time. Shoot a par. Sit. Of course I hit a stick and shoot 25 feet down the hill. Okay, this is less than ideal. Very makeable putt, a little longer than was it the last one that I did make, so. Nice. Confident putt. Get out of here. I shouldn't take bogeys. I mean, bogeys are actually probably common out here, I'm guessing. All right, hole 20, 338 par 3. I do not see the basket anywhere. So I assume it's relatively, looks like a straight and maybe to the right off the tee pad. But yeah, probably just to try to throw something flat with some turn. I'd love to throw a forehand here, but I'm not going to. Get down there. Okay, I actually just went down to try to find the basket to maybe give myself a chance. It 100% calls for a forehand. It's like pretty tight. It's more than it looks on U-Disc. It's pretty tight up there, so I will throw a forehand. Get clean, please. That's got to be close, I think. All right, I thought that was decent. Not a bad shot. I think I just got caught up in this tree. If I could have got a skip past, it would have been really good. Am I maybe in frame? Yeah, a little bit. Jump putt up. I'm gonna try not to roll my ankle here. Go. Ah, had the line. All right, this is a good hole right here. Hole 21, I guess, is 451 foot par 3. Kind of ridiculous, but it would be a really easy par 4. Straight out this gap. It's just your furthest disc, your furthest straightest like golf shot, basically. Pretty cool. I like this one. Turn now. Gosh, dang it. Why didn't it turn? Threw it really far. All right, not my best work. Honestly, I don't know if that was just too nose up or it's really not as understable or like flippy as I thought it was. Didn't turn. Had it turned, I probably could be jump putting, but instead, should be throwing up, hopefully getting a 3 and moving on. Yeah. All right, we're getting a little ridiculous towards the end here. Hole 22, I guess this is 494 foot par 3, tight tunnel, low ceiling. Definitely not a par 3, but okay. We'll play it as that and hopefully take a par. Long shot, pretty much the same, although we're going into a tailwind now. We're basically just going back the way we came from. So I might throw the turn or something that I know is, well, that I hope is going to turn and just try to get to the flat outside of the trees, pitch up, 3, move on. Okay, I'm gonna say 2 things actually before I move on. That way I don't forget later, which I don't think I will. Is this course fun? Yes. Do I think it should be the #1 course? No. Oh, that higher would have been so good. Sit. Okay, I actually don't hate that. Higher, that was the line for sure. Yeah, that was the line I wanted. I just threw it low. It was low ceiling with this tree right here. Just want to make sure I got straight, but just fine. I don't know if this is enough, but I'm gonna hope that it is. Get stable now. Okay. I think we're putting. No better time for a big putt. I'm not even gonna guess what's behind the basket. It looks like a drop off. Oh, hanging basket, that's kind of cool. Pretty short here. I didn't hate the shot, probably just this, but something faster would have been better. Get there. Oh, dang it. Oh, felt good. All right, home stretch here. Hole 23 and 24. It looks like they're both little shorty guys. Hole 17 is 170 feet. Looks to be pretty straight. I'm gonna go look on it. Actually, it looks straight off U-Disc, but I think they're just showing you the line directly to it. It's not like you gotta go in and out. Actually plays kind of down into the right, just a hair. So I'll probably go detour, proxy, some backhand kind of turnover-y shot. Get clean. Oh, good kick. Okay, I didn't hear it hit the ground. Definitely didn't hit the chains, but maybe putting. All right, we got a little something here. Close. We are going quite a bit downhill though, so just don't hit the band. Oh, what a good stick too. All right, last one here, hole 24. We're gonna finish up because I think I have the ratings for this course and like kind of the description, how I feel about this course pretty dialed. We're looking at 220 downhill, playing just dogleg right. I think I'm gonna go Watt, like nice and smooth, and just let it The disc hold, what the heck was that? The trees are creaking. It sounded like somebody like moaning, like they just got shot or something. That was crazy. Yeah, probably 10, 15. Get up. Oh, I wanted that. Dang it. All right, 3 to end. I threw my proxy as well. Same line. Just ended up short. All right, let's head back to the van right now because I don't want to forget everything I want to say. Flip City Disc Golf Park. Fun course. Number 1 course? I don't think so. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and give this the early stamp of private course bias because it was tough, I think, after hearing what I've heard about the course, you know what I mean, and reading reviews and things like that, and then it being like pretty underwhelming, you know, as far as how it plays. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the ratings. First things first is the course name. Now that being said, Flip City Disc Golf, great name. Flip City, it just sounds fun when you're coming in, you know? So I actually think pretty high rated. I'm gonna give it an 8.5, I think, for the course name. All right, up next, the availability. $5 a play, which is, you know, pretty standard for private course. However, like the way I think about it, again, two things is I played $5 to play Persimmon Ridge in Arkansas. That's like a world-renowned course. This is technically, this was 11th in the world last year. I don't know. I don't know. $5 to play Persimmon Ridge, $5 to play this course, I would play Persimmon Ridge 10 times out of 10. If these courses were right next to each other and it was 5 to play Persimmon Ridge, 5 to play this one, I would play Persimmon Ridge 10 times out of 10. And that's nothing against this course, but it's just showing the difference between private course, you know what I mean? So I think for accessibility, $5, I think they're open every day or as much as he wants to be. This is literally just around their house, I guess. I think, what do I have down here? I think I'm gonna go 7.8 for that. I think, I think that's pretty spot on, honestly. It could be lower, maybe, but I think 7.8 is pretty fair. All right, up next is the quality of the course. I don't know what to think about it, honestly. The grass was mowed, which is always good, but I wasn't a huge fan of the course design, nor like, and then like, not nor, but adding on to that, the tee pads were probably, when they were new, they were probably really, really, really nice, but they're pretty beat up in a lot of places and chunked, and there's a lot of holes in them, and so a lot of them aren't playing very smooth. They're pretty narrow, so like for someone that has kind of like a wider X step, you're probably stepping off the tee pad. I think I'm going to give it an 8.1, which honestly is probably higher than it could be. But again, I think that's pretty fair, especially when you're like, this is coming out of your pocket. They're paying the money to put this stuff in and stuff like that. So like you can appreciate how much work has gone into it. But as far as maintaining, I don't know how much, you know, recent that they've done. All right, and then lastly, my overall enjoyment. Straight out of the gate, I'm going to go 7.9. I had a good time. New course. It was fun. But there was maybe like 3 or 4 holes on the course where I was like, this is like a good hole. You know what I mean? There was a lot of like, what am I throwing here type shots. But it was a little shorter. And again, I think just for the number 1 course in the entire state, I guess I'm mostly expecting championship level. And that's where like, I think I would have rather gone to Toboggan and shot 18 over par and walked however many miles up and down those hills than play this one again. And I'd say that not to be rude, but just matter of fact, because that's the tough part. Because I know they probably put in a lot of work, and a lot of people love this course, and I didn't hate it. But as far as being the number 1, it was a bit underwhelming. So I think 7.9 is pretty fair for me. All right, and then averaging it all out, I have 8.075, which is definitely on that lower, you know, portion. I'll have them all up here so you can see where they all stack against each other, but definitely on the lower side. It played a lot. It was a better version of the course in Kansas, Spoon Creek or whatever it's called. It was a better version of that. in my opinion. So that is all I've got for you today. I appreciate you following along. If you're subscribed, I want to thank you. If you just happen to stumble upon this video, I thank you. I encourage you to subscribe. I thank you anyways if you don't, because without your viewership, I wouldn't be able to do this. And I feel like I've said this on the last few, there's been a couple recently on this trip where it may not seem like I'm having a good time, but the fact that I've never been to Michigan before, this is my first time in Michigan, beautiful state, very scenic, and you know, I saw Lake Michigan earlier driving, so that was cool. But that's because of you guys. All I have to say, that's because of you guys watching and supporting the channel. So I want to thank you guys a lot for that. I have one more state. We are off to Indiana, and then I'll be home for a bit. They're obviously still coming out every Friday. I don't know where I'll be next time. I know I have a trip scheduled for Hawaii finally. Still got to figure out Alaska, but the next trip will probably be up the Northeast. So I'm guessing it'll be maybe Kentucky will be the next one. That's a total guess. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Ozark Mountain to the moon.